What's going on, everybody? So, as many know, I'm a bit of an arcade enthusiast. However, buying arcade cabinets all the time is not always feasible or financially viable, plus the space I have around here is pretty limited. So in order to get my arcade fix, I often tend to play on consoles, be it the Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Wii, or what have you. Though to get that arcade experience, I often like to have actual arcade sticks to have that. So I ended up picking up another stick, which is the Hori Real Arcade Pro SoulCalibur 6 Edition. And this is my first Hori stick. Normally I've had other different sticks for my systems, but I didn't have one yet for the Xbox One. So just kind of an overview of this. You get some nice art on the front, very glossy. On the top is just the SoulCalibur 6 logo. On the side, we have some pretty art of the stick itself, as well as some of the characters in the game. On the other side, it's kind of the same thing, except for with some different characters. And on the back side, it just gives you kind of an overview and the features of the stick. And we'll get into that detail here right after the cut. So here we are with it unboxed. It looks gorgeous. The lighting, I'm sorry, doesn't really do much for it. You can see some of the transparency on the case. The art is actually flush with it, which is very nice. Gives you plenty of room. You're not hurting your wrists or hands trying to move over top of this. Now this is using Hayabusa lever and sticks, which is a Hori version of their particular hardware. And I'll get into that a little bit more. But up here at the top, you have your Xbox button, player 1, 2, 3, or 4, some extra buttons for turbo and such, and then some switches for turning on the analog on and off, and switching between the Xbox 360 and Xbox One versions. And then up here at the top, which is a really nice feature about this, is your start button is hidden under this little recessed compartment. So that way it's out of the way. On most sticks, the start button or select buttons are usually here at the top or on the side or underneath. Here you're not leaving the top of the stick itself to actually push that, and you can easily hide it, which is really nice. Now, in regards to the buttons and sticks, these are a little clickier than normal ones or like Sanwa or Saimitsu's. There's all kinds of different versions and different types of buttons that you get. And they're all preference. So this isn't something that you're particularly stuck with, especially with these Hori sticks. They can be modified if you want to swap them out for different parts. You can. These are matte buttons, and they've got kind of they're a little bit shorter than normal buttons, like compared to, well, HAP especially, or even Sanwas themselves. And they have they feel a little stiffer, actually, than what Sanwas would be. But the other reason I wanted to get this is the layout itself is actually closest to the Sega Astro Cities, and I feel it's a little bit better. There's more spacing between the lever and the buttons, so you don't feel cramped. You're not like normally you're over here and your thumbs will end up touching, and I just don't care for that. The other feature on this, on the front, we have a headphone jack, and this is the same molding that they've used for some past sticks, or their normal Noir layout sticks. Normally here, you can kind of see there's a little cutout here. This would be like a space for a USB for like a keyboard or something. On the side, which is kind of a neat feature, they have kind of a handle, you can see there underneath, to easily pick up the stick or move it. On the bottom side, we just have your normal plate where you can remove the kind of the rubber notches there and get into the stick and replace parts and all that good stuff. Now, to kind of show you the difference here, I do have an older stick. This has been upgraded with Sanwa parts, so this is a Sanwa JLF and Sanwa buttons. You can kind of see the difference in the curvature of how the buttons are laid out. These are more straight here at the end, whereas on the Hori stick, they kind of curve a little bit more here to give you more of a natural state for your fingers to be placed at. This one has a softer click than the Hayabusa. It's a little bit louder. And you can also see here the spacing between the button and levers are a little shorter, so there's more space here. So that's kind of the main difference between those different layouts. Again, this is all preference. This is just mine. I like to have the more space. The Noir sticks aren't as common as the normal, what they call a Vuelix, Taito Vuelix type layout. Some people prefer this one. Some don't. So, but yeah, there is a PlayStation 4 variant of this particular stick in blue, and it has different art on it. But my reasoning was simply because I didn't have a stick for my Xbox One, and I kind of found the art to be a little bit better and more appealing personally than the blue itself. So this is weighing in at about just under 6.5 pounds, so it has some nice heft to it, and it does have a 9.8 foot cable, USB cable, so you can easily sit away from your system and still enjoy the game and not have to be tied to it or up close. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to give an overview. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this something you'd be interested in? Do you collect sticks yourself? I've done some videos in the past of some other sticks I've worked on, and I hope to do a little more in the future. So, that's it for now. Anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.